you're saying.
Gonna get shot
Okay.
down.
I spend my whole weekend at the racetrack turning cameras on for you.
We do got to give a shout out to our sponsors here at West Coast Wide Open. Stillman J Livestock. We've shared some of their stuff recently. Beef is in. Grass-fed beef. Have you had their grass-fed beef? Phenomenal. That's all we eat is grass-fed beef. Stillman J Livestock. Archer floor coverings.
With
Guys,
new flooring.
Have you seen some of that stuff they've been posting?
Cool.
I'll tell you right now, that's the business. That stuff is durable.
The
and
bee's knees.
Yes, and they're affordable. Archer floor coverings, must do if you're looking for anything to improve your home, your race trailer, your shop, whatever. Talk to these guys. Jetstream Aqua Massage, Amco Transmissions, Total Car Care Centers in Lebanon and Corvallis.
I need to talk to you about some ball joints, Team Amco.
Yeah.
Want to say thanks to Swear Trucking for supporting the chat line. Also want to give a shout out to Northwest Trucking Academy, James Gang Pizza, and Bar S Motorsports. These guys, we talk about them. Awesome to have their support on this show. It truly has kept this show on the air and kept us rolling. This is not, as small as this thing is, I know that we're in a small studio, the three of us.
That's why I want you to wear extra deodorant.
It's expensive. You look at the equipment that we use, you look at what it takes to be on the air. It's
and
expensive.
your jet setting lifestyle, going to Hawaii twice a year, is expensive.
That's got
time consuming for me.
That's good for you. It gives you a little more experience.
I don't need the experience.
We're going to go to the lake for a vacation.
Yeah, no.
That's a great vacation.
Yeah.
Have you been to the lake lately?
I have.
Yeah, not the lake I go to.
Well, you go to the nudist colony.
Well, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Again, our sponsors, the best in the business. We really, truly appreciate those guys, what they do, not just for us here at West Coast Wide Open, but for the whole sport, the motorsports, local tracks, drivers, teams. Awesome group of people to help us out.
Cole, you keep your dirty race car riding hands off Dom's bumper.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's trying to steal parts off your car. Yeah.
That's probably a good way to get dead.
Yeah.
I need to get out of here.
Well, no, don't go anywhere because we're talking street stocks. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
This is what we've been talking about all week, folks. We've been talking about the street stocks.
Yeah.
Why have we been talking about the street stocks? Because in the feature, 12 of you guys took the green flag. Okay? I'm going to say this right now. To this point, hands down, the race of the year in any division.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You missed the wall banger.
No.
So you were up announcing some weird thing.
Not, no. This right here.
But this isn't definitely in the top two.
This is phenomenal. Okay. I want to start at the bottom because this was a heartbreaker. Okay. Again.
For Cole? No, I lied.
No. For Skylar Weinbarger.
Yeah.
Skylar Weinbarger was
bad.
12th. This kid was running third or fourth top. He was up there.
He ran the rear end right out of that car.
He did.
He got everything it's worth.
We've talked about him on the show. Now, and we've done a lot with these young guys that are coming up. What this kid is doing is nothing less than impressive. His night ended early on lap 11. Okay, he got 11 laps in. But he was in the hunt for the win when it all went down, and it came to a halt down there in turn 2.
Yeah, there was a lot of cars everywhere. I just kept having to go around because I was behind him.
Right. Well, hey.
You picked up 2 seconds, Tom.
Yes, I
Come
did.
on.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Doug Scott, another guy, the 83. It's a fast race car. It was 11th. Mikey Burnham, first time out this year, gets a top 10 in the 15 car. He finished 10th. Handsome Dom Conti was 9th in the 3K car and on the lead lap. Mm-hmm. He was on the lead lap. Good run for you, Dom. Joey Cannon, okay, and I want to talk about this, finished 8th.
He had another one of those electric nights.
He had one of those nights that...
I'm trying to slow-mo his spin when him and Kevin were racing, and the video's jumping, and it's really ticking me off. I'm not going to I'm going to leave it in there just so everybody sees my frustration now, but I've tried it 5 times.
Yeah.
And he dove it in there, and you could see the car roll off and then around, and I went,
and he was running third when it happened.
Yeah.
Running third.
Kevin.
Racing Kevin, you're right. But when that all went down, the 99 car had some issues. Okay, do you remember this?
Mm-hmm.
The 99 car was actually towards the back of the pack when that happened because out of character spun himself out racing for the lead, okay? And we're going to get into that because Joey Cannon, who finished 8th, I want you to listen to this.
He's lost in his thought. There's so many in there. Right
This is a shame. This is a shame because as great as this racing was, and it was, like I said, the race of the year, I think if he doesn't get the spin and have to go to the back, okay, I think there's a shot that the 11 car wins this race.
He had a good shot at the top 3.
I said there's no. Listen, he was second when it happened, okay, and he was the fastest car on the track that night. He was the fastest car on the track. I'm talking about lap times here.
That's fine. You can be fast, but you got to get around him.
That's okay, and we'll get into that. But I think he had a real legitimate shot to win this race. I will say that about the 11 car. That 11 car has arrived. It's fast. Joey Cannon is fast. He's there. He's now one of those guys in an elite group in this division that you are racing with at the top.
Okay, so here's something that I've been paying attention to.
Okay.
In that top 5, what types of cars were in there?
Camaros. Not your metric car. There's one metric car. There's one metric car, but you're right. It's the Camaros that are still dominating this class. Okay? So Joey Cannon finishes 8th. Points leader, Dakota Goddard, was 7th.
That's that gremlin he's hopefully got off his...
I'm hoping so because, okay, he's the points leader. He's got 4 wins this year, having a great season. He rolled out, and all night long, that engine was missing what do we say?
Jimmy Hoffa.
Like Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah.
Missing. I mean, that thing sounded like it was ready to puke out everything out the tailpipe.
Should have seen the frustration on his face.
I can imagine because in qualifying, okay.
Oh, that was horrid. That's when it started going south.
10th of 11, 19.794. That is not characteristic of the 89 car. Okay. But all night long, he struggled with, and I don't know if it was an MSD box, if it was a distributor, it was timing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
stuff in the carburetor.
The same issue he's had every time he's had motor miss issues. That's why that whole system came out in a different system.
I would say it's about time to do that, yes. 6th place, guys, back-to-back weeks. Kendall Irvine.
She's coming up front, boys.
She is.
And she driving?
She's in a Camaro, okay? Now, she's really developed over the last, I'd say even just the start of the season. She's got a couple years behind the wheel now, but this year, it's all coming together.
She's gotten really good where she's getting in her rhythm, and she seems to finally get that sixth sense that every successful race car driver has. Something's coming, and I'm moving my car.
Well, right.
She's getting it right out of the way.
But what are we seeing her do that she hasn't done just in the last, just this first half of the year that she hasn't done? She's getting that car off the bottom of the track. She's getting out on the straightaway and turning it into the corner. Her corner speed has doubled, and it's because of her entry. She's really, JJ's doing a good job working with her. She's been impressive, okay? Listen to this. 5th place from the back, the 04 of Brody Sim. 14 years old. Again, a kid that is now, we were talking about, now starting to put everything together and pieces are snapping in tight and the puzzle's coming together. This kid he's a real deal. This is a race car driver. He's done this since he was 4 years old, guys. He's 14 with 10 years of racing experience. Got his first top 5.
In a Camaro, and he's bringing out the metric car again.
6th place was a Camaro. 5th place was a Camaro. 4th place with a career best finish was the Jefferson Auto Club.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, in the last 2 weeks, this car has found some speed.
And they're excited.
I would be, because this team couldn't find luck in a 4-leaf clover for the last 3 years. Now, we're seeing that this car is competitive, and I'm starting to wonder what changed. Did they find something in the setup? Mechanically, the car wasn't right. The motor's good. We know that. They've got that crate motor now donated to them. And that crate motor was donated by Not Whole Market and Dan Dybel.
Wow.
He's a Ford guy. Went and bought a Chevy crate motor for these guys.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. 3rd place, Kevin Roberts in the 88. Has this guy finished outside the top 3 yet this year?
I got that picture.
No. This incredibly consistent.
When he shows up, he shows up.
He's big time. 2nd place, and I got to tell you, impressive run given the fact that he was running second, spun himself out, went to the back with, I want to say there was 6 laps.
I want to say 9.
It was 6 or 7.
I want to say 9.
And drove back to a second place finish. The Mercury Zephyr, the Blue Nightmare, the 99 of Justin Evans.
He was not done diving on the bottom and going up top on that poor girl's bumper.
I will tell you, Justin Evans, and it's been a long time since we've seen anybody do what he did Saturday night. He tried every single thing in his arsenal and all the years he's been racing, all the knowledge he's gathered behind the wheel. He tried everything he's ever learned, lap after lap after lap, to get by the winner and the number 22, Mackenzie Lockhart. He tried everything to get by that young lady, and she said, you know what? Not today.
Did not rattle her once.
Did you see the punt going into turn 3?
Mm-hmm.
And
She's just smooth. She just held it together. She just did it right. It was awesome.
it was an incredible thing to watch. Her first career feature, and she did it in fashion that people are going to talk about for the rest of the year. She held off Justin Evans, Kevin Roberts, and challenges from Joey Cannon. All 3 of those guys tried everything and couldn't make the car stick to get by her.
And you know where she hates starting?
In the front row.
In the front row. She likes to chase.
Well-
and she had the lead.
Well, I'll tell you something. The big dogs chased the cat Saturday night. I'll tell you that. The cat won. She was smooth, like Dom said. Entry at turn 3, halfway through the race, Evans drives in, and gives her a shot. It was dirt track racing. It wasn't dirty. He let her know, hey, look, at that point, Justin was a little bit faster than her. Justin Evans in the 99, a little faster than her on the entry, gives her a little punt. Did the car even wiggle?
No.
Not at all. Not at all. She was in total control of that car, smooth out of the turn, down the straightaways, held her line, and she knew what line everybody wanted. And she wasn't giving that line up to say. She protected it like she lived there.
She did.
I mean,
For how many laps?
The entire race.
Yeah, she led it flag to flag.
I mean, the entire race to fend off challenges from those 3 cars.
Restarts. And there was a couple
There was
where
3
they
or
were
4
that are back to back, like literally, like, okay, get back in. Nope, caution, we're restarting it again. She does not like restarts.
Nobody likes the restart when you're the leader. I mean, it's just you don't know what's going on behind you. The race of the year. The race of the year. I mean, to see that young lady hold off those dudes that are, I mean, and it's just funny because you look at Mackenzie and she might weigh $105.
Maybe.
Stands about 5'3". And the men that she held off, these are big dudes, man. These are giants.
When they all came over to high-five her after the race and tell her good job, you could barely see her from the 3 big dudes that were high-fiving
I bet,
her.
I bet.
She was just hidden.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Justin Evans' upper arms are as big as round as her torso.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just this little tiny blonde girl that did a phenomenal job of driving.
That was awesome.
Did you, okay, from where you're at, your vantage point,
Yep.
did you see the crowd?
Yeah,
Oh,
I seen everybody. It was going crazy. It was like, this
I will
is what I like seeing.
Guarantee you half the city of Lebanon heard that crowd cheering.
I couldn't hear you, like usually, I can, but I couldn't hear you. But because I was on the other side, I was just like, this is so. I was so happy to see that.
It was crazy. Justin Evans, pulls up next to her in the backstretch, gives her a thumbs up. I mean, all the guys can congratulate. I mean, because it wasn't that she just started on the front row and got lucky. The luck had nothing to do with this. This was all driver that won this race.
Yeah.
I mean, she did it. She held
And
them
to
off.
know that the leaf spring broke loading it on the trailer and they were late to the
Right.
race because of it
Right.
made it even better. Like,
I mean, what a day.
that's so much bad luck she'd had after bad luck, and it was seeming just like it was going to be one of those bad nights of racing again, and she stuck with it, and she brought home the trophy.
She had more flat tires in the first 4 or 5 races of this season than I think most people have had in the last 2 years. I mean, it seemed like every time somebody touched her, cut a tire.
Yeah.
Cut a tire. It was like, I mean, again, going back to, if it wasn't for bad luck, she wouldn't have had any up to that point. So to see her turn it around and get her first career feature win in that fashion, pretty exciting thing to watch.
Holding off that level of talent.
Yeah, that exactly. I mean, 3 very talented drivers behind her, and they tried I mean, Kevin Roberts, he was really the only one that tried the high side. I mean, he got